welcome to the Team Uprise Training Call. I'm your coach, Rachel Hunt Bailey, and today we're going to talk about building momentum, creating momentum in your business. How do you get to a point where there's a snowball effect now and things are getting easier and easier and easier? So I'm going to give you 7 tips that you can start implementing right away. And I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about trusting the process of your daily activities. What we do is a lot like the farmer. So the farmer is planting seeds, planting seeds, planting seeds. And then what happens? Does he wait 8 months, go outside and say, "Where's my crop?" No, the farmer works very, very hard to cultivate the seed all year long until there's a crop. So when we are coaches, okay, good farmers cultivate the crop. Good coaches need to cultivate the crop. And I'm going to talk to you about what that means and what that looks like first. Because this is a step that a lot of coaches miss. And then they're frustrated that they're not building momentum in their business. So it starts with cultivating the seed. Obviously, you have to plant the seed first. You have to be talking to people about if they've ever considered coaching. You have to be talking to people about your challenge group, about Shakeology, about your favorite workout program. But you also have to cultivate the seed. And I'm going to give you just a brief story from my life about cultivating a seed. So my neighbor, who's become a really close friend of mine, I see her as this amazing potential Beachbody coach. She is so inspiring. She's been through so much. She has so much wisdom. She already likes health and fitness. She just seems like the ideal person that you want on your team for a lot of reasons. She's so positive, encouraging. She's got a million friends. So I was talking to her a little bit about coaching. And I've been talking to her maybe since last December. Maybe like 8 or 9 months now, I've been talking to her about coaching. We were like this close. We were this close. She was pretty ready to sign up as a coach, I think. And then she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she's pretty devastated by that, obviously, and going through a really hard time. Now, as her friend, I need to be there for her. I need to cultivate the relationship. That comes first. She comes first. I call her and I ask her, "Do you need me to get you anything from the grocery store? Would you like to go to coffee and just talk? Do you need a friend right now? Do you want me to take your dog out for you?" Be a good person and be a good friend to as many people as you possibly can. Okay? Yes, we want to build our team. Yes, we want to help people in a lot of different ways when it comes to fitness and when it comes to coaching. But you can help people just by being a good person. And in cultivating that relationship and trust, I really do believe that one day she will be a Beachbody coach. But even if she doesn't, have I lost anything by being a good friend to her? No. Be a good person because you want to better the world around you. And in doing that and being a genuine, awesome person, you're going to attract people to you who are also that way, who are also like that and like-minded. Okay? So by cultivating the seed, yes, I mean follow up with people. When the time is right and it feels appropriate, I am going to follow up with her again about coaching. But right now, because it's not an appropriate time, I am still cultivating the relationship. So by cultivating the seed, you have 2 jobs. Number 1, maintain relationship. Talk about anything and everything. Spiritual things. How to be positive. Maybe you're going to give them, I don't know, you're going to send them a Bible verse for the day. Just be a good person. And the second part of cultivating that seed is following up when it's appropriate. Then you will start to see a crop. Then you will get people to join your challenge group. Then you will get people to join your team. And still as the farmer, as the Beachbody coach, now it's your job to make sure those people see success. Whether that success is losing weight, gaining muscle, eating better, or that success is training them now how to be a good Beachbody coach and for them to start making money doing this. You are still the farmer and you are still helping your crop grow big and strong, okay? So when you're the farmer, you have to trust the process. The farmer doesn't plant the seed one day and have a crop the next day. He has to cultivate, he has to be patient, he has to trust that next season he will have a crop. And so a lot of what we're doing right now might feel like you don't have any momentum yet. It might feel like, what's the point in this? I'm posting on Facebook and no one's liking my stuff. I'm inviting people to my challenge groups and everyone is telling me no. You need to trust the process and wait for those seeds to start growing, because they will in time if you trust the process. Okay, that being said, I am going to give you 7 tips that you can start implementing now that are going to make an impact now, today, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to be the patient farmer to start doing these things. So number 1, have set hours that you work your business. This is huge, and a lot of people skip this step, especially as a new coach, because you're so excited and you want to do everything and you want to do everything all at once, hopefully, or you're the other person who's like, wow, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, I'll do nothing. And so we need to create balance for you as a new coach by having set hours. I don't care how many hours you want to work this business, if it's 1 hour a day. You're going to pick an hour in your day and it's going to be the same hour every single day. So let's say you're going to work this business on your lunch hour at work. You're going to take your laptop into work, and when it's your lunch break, you're going to get on and do your work. That's going to be the same hour every single day. Or you're going to wake up in the morning and that's your hour, and that's the first thing you do when you wake up. Or maybe you're going to do it in the evening. Whatever your hours are, you need them set, and here's why. Either you're the person who procrastinates and puts things off and you're too scared to get started, and you think you have good intentions, like you're like, yeah, I'll message people, that's a good idea, I'll get to that, and then you don't get to it. Life happens, you get busy, you forget to do it, you get scared, you don't do it. So if we have a set hour, then you have no choice. At 7 a.m., when you get your laptop out to sit down to work your business, you have to message 3 people. You can't procrastinate anymore because it's 7 a.m. and that's your work hour. You can't put it off. You can be afraid, but you're going to do it anyway because it's 7 and that's when you work. Or you're the other person. Work. I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore. I don't want that to happen to you. If you have a set hour or hours that you're working, everything is going to feel more in balance. Working your business is going to become a habit. It's going to become easier, and then you're going to have a balance between work and life. If you feel like you're constantly always working your Beachbody business, you might get burnt out and sick of it. And so you need to come to a place where you can shut it off, shut it down, step away, be with your family, be with your friends, and do you. Okay? That's why you need set hours. Number 2, this is going to sound silly, and it took me a long time to actually step into this because I was like, whatever, I don't need to do it. But since implementing number 2, I have seen like huge results in my business. And it's going to sound silly. Work from a computer. Why? I'm doing the same activities whether I'm on my phone or whether I'm on my computer. What is the difference? Well, there's 2 main differences that I know off the top of my head. The first difference is your phone is a distraction device. You get on it to work your business and you get a text message and you get a Snapchat and you get an Instagram update and people are starting to comment on your Facebook and you're getting all over the place with trying to keep up with what's personal, what's work, who's commenting on what. There's no way you can get a lot done when your mind is so distracted and so all over the place. When you sit down at a computer, 2 things happen. Number 1, you're way less distracted because you can silence your phone now and put it down and put it face down so you don't even know when you're getting updates. You're not even looking at it. The other thing you can do on your computer is you can kill Facebook news feed. And so all you have to do is you have to Google how to kill my Facebook news feed. So when you open your Facebook up instead of seeing everybody's updates, and I have 1,600 friends almost, I can get stuck in that newsfeed for hours if I let myself. So killing the newsfeed, once I open my Facebook, it's blank. All I see is the search bar for the Facebook, so I can type people's names in and I can go to their page. I see my home screen with my events and groups and stuff, but I'm not getting distracted in that never-ending news feed. So I'm going to get things done faster, okay? And also, the other thing I was going to say about working from a computer, it's your mindset. When you're working from your computer, you are approaching your Beachbody as a business, because you're a boss chick. You have a computer, you're doing your thing, you're working on it like a boss. From your phone, it's kind of manic, it's kind of all over the place, it's very unorganized, it's harder to get things done, and you don't feel as productive as you do when you sit down at a computer. And you're like, well, feelings, it matters, because again, this business is about your mindset. So, work from a computer. Step number 3, work from the same spot every day. When I first heard this, I thought it was a little hokey, and I thought, there's no way that can help your business, working from the same spot every day. What does that matter? But when I started doing it, I had to hear it a few times. I'm kind of a slow learner like that. I don't do things the first time I hear it. But I heard it maybe like 3 or 4 times, and I thought, I'll give it a shot. So I started working from the same spot every day. So I have a workspace now, which is basically just my kitchen counter with a laptop on it, because it's my kitchen table, I don't have an office. So when I'm at home, my workspace is my kitchen table with my laptop. And when I'm at school, yes, I do have a teacher's desk. I do not work my Beachbody business from that teacher's desk because, again, I feel like my mind is split 2 different directions. I have stuff going on for teachers stuff. I have papers on my desk to grade. I have people sending me emails about work-related academia and stuff. But if I go to the back table, that's like a separate workspace only for my Beachbody business. And when I'm there, I'm focused on Beachbody. And when I'm at my teacher desk, I'm focused on teacher stuff. So I keep it separate. And this has been huge in helping me move forward in my business for a couple reasons. When you're working in the same spot every single day, you are developing an association with that spot. This is my spot, this is where I get stuff done, this is where I work. So when you have that association there, when you sit down with your computer, it becomes so much easier to get stuff done because now it's a habit. This is the place where I work. Just like if you do your workout in the same spot every day, this is where I work out, right? If you're married, then you may have gotten some weird advice about don't argue in the bedroom. Why? Because you need to keep the bedroom a place of calm, a place of romance, a place of peace. You don't want any negative associations in the bedroom, right? It's the same with working your business. You want a clean environment where you can sit down every single day, and that is your place of work. And it becomes easier and easier and easier to work once you have that association with that spot. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is critical. So if you get nothing else from this training, please tune in to number 4. Create a to-do list. Now, you've already heard the critical core activities training, I hope. And I told you on that training to get the app called Productive so that you can swipe stuff off as you do it. And that is amazing, and I love using that app, and it's great. I still recommending that you make a to-do list separate. Because something happens from your brain to your pen when you sit down and write things out that you are going to get done today. The chances of you actually doing it increase a lot. So every day I make myself a to-do list. Now, most days my to-do list looks pretty much the same, and so I don't even have to think about what goes on my to-do list anymore because I do it every day and it's the same. It's the same every day. It's kind of like I've almost memorized what my to-do list is, and that is part of why you should write it down. So it becomes memorized. It becomes easy to you to do the daily things. So Go back and watch the critical core activities training if you haven't yet, because I go way in depth about not only what the activities are, but how to do them well, and why to do them. But I'm going to recap some really quick things. So my to-do list every day looks pretty much like this. Message 3 people. Invite 3 to a challenge group. Invite 1 person to be a Beachbody coach. Post on Facebook and Instagram. Work out. Drink Shakeology. Read personal development. Check in with my current challenge group. I have terrible handwriting. I don't know where that came from. It's so ugly. That aside, my to-do list pretty much looks the same every day. So I write it down anyways so that I make sure that visually I see it, do it, check it off, and then I feel accomplished when I do it. If you are just working without a to-do list, you might not feel that sense of accomplishment. And that sense of accomplishment is going to be huge in the long term, in keeping you as a Beachbody coach for long term. I want you to feel that sense of accomplishment. If you're just working, and you feel like you're not doing anything or getting anything done, that's a terrible feeling. And I don't want you to feel like that. Because again, your success, yes, we want to make Success Club. Yes, that's an amazing goal and you should have it and you should reach it. But I want you to feel the success of checking things off your to-do list. That's a feeling of pride that I want you to have, okay? All right, work from a to-do list. This tip is coming to you from the book Read That Frog. So if you haven't read that book yet, I highly recommend it. You can get it on Audibles too, and he goes way into depth about why you would create a to-do list, how to do it, and how to do them, get things done faster. And basically the premise of Eat That Frog is do the thing that you don't want to do first. Get that crap done first and check it off and be done with it. And just hear yourself roar like, yeah, I did it. I did the thing that I didn't want to do. For different Beachbody coaches, that's different. Some don't want to work out. Some don't want to message people. Some don't want to invite people to the coaching opportunity. Whatever it is that's the hardest for you to do, you do it first. You check it off and you move on to the easier stuff. That's basically the whole premise of Eat That Frog, but it's still a really good book for teaching you strategies on getting stuff done faster. All right, number 5. You're going to create a list of people before you get on your computer. So I make my to-do list, and on my to-do list it says message 3 people, invite 3 people, invite 1 person to be a Beachbody coach. So now I write the names of the people I'm going to do that for before I log in Facebook. This took me a while to figure out because, again, slow learner. So I would make this is what I used to do. I'd make my to-do list. I'd see message 3 people. I'd get on Facebook and I'd go, okay, who should I message? Probably someone I've talked to recently. Oh, look, Sarah got a new dog. Oh, that's cute. I should comment on that. Oh, look, so-and-so just had a baby. I should comment on that. And then I forgot that I was going to message 3 people. And my whole hour went by and I was just commenting randomly on Facebook. It happens. Even if you're like, that won't happen to me, it happens. And also, I don't want you to get in a place where you're never working from a list. You're just like, the names are in your head, and so you're like, oh, today, I know, I'm going to message John and Alex and Elijah. And then tomorrow, what happens? Next week, what happens? You forgot that you reached out to those people, so you can't follow up with them. And all of the magic of being a Beachbody coach is the follow-up. So you need to work from a list. We're gonna have a whole day training on getting organized, and I'm gonna show you exactly what my list looks like. But for now, just make sure before you log on to your Facebook, make a list of the people you're gonna message, the people you're gonna invite, the person you're gonna invite to be a Beachbody coach. And then when you get on Facebook, all you have to do is type their name in the search bar and they'll pop up. You do it, you're done. You're not searching for them in the news feed. That'll take you hours. You know who you're looking for, you type them in, you go to their page, you get it done, you're done. Okay? All right, moving on. That was number 5. So number 6, this is going to help a lot. Create interest groups on Facebook. I never even knew what this was at all. Like, I didn't know this was a thing until I heard it from a Beachbody coach. And I'm going to share it with you because it's amazing. When you go to your Facebook and you go to your homepage, on that sidebar, you see things like events, groups, and there's something, if you scroll down, that says interests. Click on it. You can create an interest group. This is not public information. This is not a group that people know they're a part of. So don't feel weird about putting people in this interest group. They have no idea they're in it. It's not an invite. It's only for your eyes. It's a group of people that you want all in one spot. So my interest groups, I have one for customers, potential customers, one for potential coaches, and one for my actual coaches, and I'm going to make another one for like past challengers who would like to follow up with. All right, so that way when I go to my interest groups, let's say I click on potential coaches, basically what I'm looking at when I click on it is I'm basically looking at a Facebook news feed, but I'm only looking at the people in that interest group. The rest of the Facebook news feed is not there. I'm not getting distracted by like 1,600 friends. I'm zeroed in on the 10 people that are in my interest group, or the 20 people that are in my interest group, or whatever. And I'm just gonna spend 15 minutes there. Commenting, compliment, question. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna do that on 3 to 5 people within the interest group, and then I'm done. And Facebook works so much faster when you have an interest group. Okay, let's see, number 7. This one is really helpful. Even if you only use it for your fitness, you are going to create triggers. This is the way I explain it to my challengers in my challenge group when I'm talking to them about creating triggers for their workout. You want to make working out a habit, just like you want to make working your Beachbody business a habit. So creating triggers, it's basically an activity that leads to another activity, that leads to another activity, that eventually leads you to your habit that you are wanting to do, that main activity that you want to do but you need help. So for my challengers, I usually let them know my triggers when I come home from work and I'm so tired, I don't want to work out. I'd rather have a glass of wine and a candy bar and sit down and watch Netflix. How do I get myself to work out? I start doing these daily habits. The very first thing I do when I get home from work is I change my clothes. I get out of my workout clothes, and that's easy to do because they're uncomfortable. I've been wearing them all day. I want to get these dress pants off. I want to get these shoes off. Instead of putting jammies on, I put workout clothes on. It doesn't feel like that much of a commitment. I'm not working out yet. It's just me changing my clothes. And then the next thing I do is I go in the kitchen and I make a pre-workout. While I'm making my pre-workout, I put on a playlist of music that makes me happy, music that makes me feel energized, music that makes me feel really good, and I drink my pre-workout. Then I put my workout shoes on, get my DVD, get my yoga mat, get my water, set up, and then I work out. But do you see how many activities it took me to actually decide to push play? A lot. So those triggers, those habits that I've set in place to trigger my workout are essential. If I come home and I don't change my clothes, I don't work out, period. End of discussion. So you can set up triggers in your daily life for your Beachbody business. The same thing. So whatever your hour is, I'm going to use morning because people usually have morning routines. They just don't even realize it's a routine. So you can put working your business at the end of a morning ritual. So for example, let's say you want to work your Beachbody business from 7 to 8. So you're going to wake up at 6:15 and the first thing you're going to do is brush your teeth. And then you're going to make yourself a cup of coffee. And then you're gonna play some soft music, do a little stretching. And then you're gonna get your laptop, set it up, maybe light some candles, maybe have a prayer, then you're gonna write your to-do list, you're gonna make your name of people that you're gonna talk to that day, and then you're gonna open up your computer and start working, okay? So all you had to do when you first woke up was brush your teeth and make a cup of coffee. But if you're doing that every single day, doing these habits in a sequential order, doing them the same order every time, it's going to become a habit for you to sit down and open your computer and do your work. It doesn't matter what your trigger habits are, as long as you have them and you start implementing them, okay? One last thing and then we'll close this call. This Beachbody business is like a snowball. And right now it feels like you don't have any momentum because you don't, because you're new at this. You're just packing the snowball right now. You're learning what activities to do. You're starting to implement a little. You're starting to try this. You're starting to try that. And you're packing your snowball. Give it like 6 months. Because what's going to happen is as you're packing your snowball and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, pretty soon you're just going to be able to push it down the hill. It's going to start rolling. It's going to start getting massive. But that momentum takes time, and we're in the very beginning stages of packing the snowball. So trust the process, start implementing these habits, and watch as they start to grow, as your fingertips are able to reach further and further and further. More people, more people, more people. Plant more seeds, plant more seeds, plant more seeds, right? Get more people to join your team. So just trust the process and do the activities. They're so easy to do. It's almost problematic because people don't do them. They think that this needs to be hard. They think that this needs to be complicated, and they overcomplicate it. It's not complicated. You work out, you drink your Shakeology, you're inviting people to do it, and you're reading personal development. Don't make this complicated, okay? Just start doing it. Do it every single day. Now, I want to tell you one last thing. My to-do list, again, I'm going to show it to you. Message 3 people, invite 3 people, invite 1 person to be a Beachbody coach, post on Facebook and Instagram, work out, drink Shakeology, read personal development, and check in with my challenge group. Some days I don't get to every single thing. I do the things that are the most important. Like I probably wouldn't skip checking in with my challenge group people because then I've let them down, right? But if I have to skip something, I might skip posting on Facebook. Because when you're doing these activities consistently every single day, you're doing as many as you can, it's okay when you have a day where you miss 1, or you miss 2, or maybe you even miss 3 because you only had this much time to work your business. That's okay. It's about the consistency. It's about moving forward every day in your business. And then looking behind you and saying, look how far I've come, even though I made mistakes, even though I had a day where I didn't do such and such. I'm gaining momentum. I'm gaining speed. All right, your call of action today is to comment the 7 tips I gave you for creating momentum in your business. And don't just comment them. Yes, I want you to comment them, but your other call of action is to tell me which ones you're going to start implementing, like right now, today. Which ones you're going to start implementing. Okay, if you have questions, as always, comment them below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.